Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball shot. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat, a recap show, football recap show, Copa America European Championship recap show. My name is Benton, along with Party Shop News, aka Jamaican Football Federation News. My name is Benton, along with my family. Julia, how you doing, family?
Hey, Benton, how can I be on cloud nine? Having such a good summer, and then all of a sudden, like in 2 days, it just crashed and gone to hell.
What exactly you talking about, brother? What? Cristiano Ronaldo is still. No, wait, him gone. My bad.
Yo, all of the teams them in COPA and EUROS was there one day, and then the next day, the least reliable team leave. Jesus, peace. You know what I mean?
Oh, the least reliable team is remaining. Oh, you're speaking of the Queen, the King, the England, the England.
Oh my gosh.
The
man.
England, the crown, you know. You know what? Full disclosure, I will be none happier than when England get eliminated.
Hopefully wait till next Euros for that happen.
And I have also prepared myself in the event of an England victory in this Copa America, in this European Championship. So you know what? Even though I don't want them win, I've prepared myself in the event of because God go with if England wins. All right, family. Recap show. A lot occurred since we were last here. We were last here for our Brazil watch along. We're going to touch Brazil. Brazil and the fallout. We're going to discuss Copa America. Take a look at the quarterfinal games that took place and preview the semifinal games coming up. We're going to also do the similar thing for Euro. And you know, a lot of football games occurred over the weekend except Sunday, so we have a lot of football to discuss. But before we get into football, we have to, Ball Chat family always have to give a shout out. We have to big up and best wishes to the families that are surviving, that adapting and dealing with the situations around Beryl, the just passed through Jamaica hurricane, now somewhere in southern U.S., I guess is what, in Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Texas there, right there. Why Beryl just go on, just, yo. But
a lot of people without light in Houston right now, too.
Yes. And sadly, I think I saw a report, the last report was that 9 people lost their lives along the path in the Caribbean and Yucatan Peninsula and in totality of the part of Beryl. So love to the families, to the ones going through and recovering. Hopefully the ones in Jamaica, you know, you don't know, we will get things together and get the family together. You know, we need to put together some work and help the family get back and build better. So, Junior, your family, your friends are okay. I don't know, say, a town and live on.
Nah, man. But, yeah, everybody so far, thankfully, on my end, no tragic news. We even know some people that are friends of the show. Don't want to put their business out there, but they were down in Jamaica at the time, and their flight got affected. Thankfully, they are back in at home right now, and they've been through an ordeal, you know. But selfishly, from a Jamaican perspective on a whole, it could have been a lot worse. And thankfully, what I'm hearing is you have flooding here and there, you have trees that were knocked down, you have people still without light, but it could have been a lot worse. The island dodged a real bullet in a Category 5 hurricane. It's just the southern part of the island and the western side of the island really got hit. I know St. Elizabeth really get some beat up, but some part up on north, there's a little breeze. So thankfully, it wasn't an all-island devastation. But personally, I know people who are affected, but not tragically affected, which we have to give thanks for.
Yeah, man, yeah, man. So we give thanks as always, because ultimately life trumps all, and we see the devastation not just in Jamaica, in other parts of the Caribbean, and also in the Yucatan Peninsula. So we have work to do to help the family. Of course, Balcha, we don't know. We always rally around the community and support, fully loaded, fully 100. If I want pot of flour, we have to do a thing and make sure so everyone eat. So, love goes out to the family as they get. And dirty floor as in floor telecommunications in Jamaica. We've called them slow flow on this platform, but dirty floor. Big up yourself.
Those are the views I bet.
Because in Western Jamaica, Digicel gone like dog. Digicel coverage and service was horrible. Of course, because of the storm, but Flow was still connected, and I was still able to reach my people and my family via Flow. So, Junior, big up to Flow. Big up to Flow. All right, let's get the football discussion.
Big up Marcus checking in.
Big up Marcus. Big up yourself, family. Don't know, hope the family's enjoying the summer. Football discussion. Let's start. We always say dance a yard, aka dance at home before we dance abroad, aka enjoy other tournaments. So to that end, we're going to talk about or discuss our tournament in our backyard, Copa America first. Junior, 16 teams entered, 4 remain. Semi-final tomorrow. Argentina versus surprise Canada, and at 8 p.m. Kickoff, and on Wednesday Uruguay versus Big Bad James Rodriguez and Colombia.
Yeah.
What early reading before we get into these predictions, but early thoughts on these matches and these matchups.
Well, 3 teams there feel like they belong. The 4th team, them last. And they're going to get an exit out tomorrow. That's what 90% of football fans will be saying. And 12 of the remaining of the 12% comes from Canada. So 10% Canadians feel like they have a chance. 2% feel like they have no chance in hell, right? Because they are part of the 90%. But my early read is it's hard. It's difficult to beat a team twice within a couple weeks, right? It's very difficult. We saw that with Canada versus Jamaica, when Jamaica played Canada first at home and then it went up and surprised them a week later. You get time to adjust. You get time to throw something different. And Jesse Marshall has shown that he has that ability. That is a game that, looking at how Argentina start their games, this tournament, that is a game. My early read is Canada have to put away that early chance if they want to advance to the final. But common sense, our betting man will say Argentina easy win tomorrow.
I mean, we need to check the odds because, it would be a small money on Canada. Would take a lot of money if they're able to do it. Jesse Marsh, of course, coach of Canada, says, look, we're going all in. We're not, they're going all in. They said, essentially to paraphrase, they have to play a perfect game, but hey, what the heck? We're going to give it all we can. And very impressed with Canada in the game, in the quarterfinal game. We'll take a look at the quarterfinal games. Impressed with Canada, everything outside of goal scoring. Everything outside of goal scoring, from defense all the way to the final third. The work rate, impressive midfield player, not so impressive, but good enough. It's just the final third where Jonathan David, Kyle Lauren want a beaten, aka
Canada
they need to get
plus
the belt for
750.
missing those chances.
So the odds are Canada plus 750 for Canadian win outright. Negative 280 for Argentina win, and plus 380 for a draw.
Wait, so what? We need to put a $5 for Canada. I mean, if we can see if we can win our money.
Yeah. If you put $10 on Canada, you walk out with $17.50.
We need to put that money for Canada. And then, of course, in the other semi-final, big up to Jermaine Lee. Jermaine says Canada will win. Does Jermaine have a good history of predicting games, Junior, to your knowledge?
Yeah, he has a good history of predicting games that he's not biased.
Okay, all right.
That's a bias.
Let's see. I mean, this has been described as Messi.
That is an anti-Messi pick right there.
There's a Messi farewell tour. We say everything is just a pick against Messi until it's done.
And that, trust me, Jeremy, a pick against Messi right there. Because I hopefully you're right. They can tell us you told us so, but I no.
It's hard to see Canada pulling off that upset. Hard to see.
Yeah.
And in the other semi-final coming up, Uruguay versus Colombia. Early reading on that one, family.
That is a big game. That game hinged to me solely on James Rodriguez and his willingness to work. I see idiots out there, ESPN, FC, Fox people, when Uruguay played against Brazil. Oh, the game was so ugly, and this is the worst Copa America game they've seen this year, and blah blah blah. Shut the hell up, man. That's why you should come to Ball Chat. Because we are real football fans around here now. We talk football, we love football, and we appreciate different forms of football. What Uruguay did, Uruguay went out there and said, look, we're going to play 10 versus 10 in the field. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not, it's man versus man. Everybody mark everybody. Everybody mark everybody. That was the way Uruguay played. And I said that now, James Rodriguez is the straw that stirred the Colombian pot. How will he fare against that type of pressure? That is what I want to see Wednesday. I'm intrigued to see it. Because if he is able to ease off that first tackle and get in the open space, which he will have a lot of open space if Uruguay approach a game the same way. All you have to do is beat your marker. And the world is your oyster. The game can be blown wide open. So that game, I'm curious to see how Bielsa approach that game.
I mean, personally, Bielsa and aka the Pitbulls in Uruguay's midfield. There is no way James Rodriguez get to stir any drink in this football game. This is blue collar Uruguay that is built on the steel of giving some hard tackles. This is big man football though. And so essentially James Rodriguez might turn into James Rodriguez in this ball game because of the physicality of this ball game. Because Uruguay will not pet nor pout. I know he's had an excellent tournament, and kudos to him for playing some serious football. But in this game Wednesday night, El Loco Marcelo Bielsa will fundamentally say, I think, James Rodriguez will not beat us. Somebody else in that Colombian midfield, either Bore, whosoever, somebody else in that Korean midfield will have to pull the string. James Rodriguez cannot beat us. And so if I'm El Loco, Marcelo Bielsa, can't make James Rodriguez beat you. Can't make it. And they have the players and the people to be able to pull that off. Fede Valverde, whosoever, need to make sure that James Rodriguez do not touch the ball and dictate that game.
You think Because remember now, the way how Uruguay approached the game, like when they played against Brazil, it wasn't, oh, we're not going to let Paqueta beat us. It was, we're not making Brazil beat us. They didn't key in on one player. They didn't say, oh, we're going to take this player away. It's every man for themselves. Which is why Brazil had a couple moments where if they were a little bit more sensible, they would have had great attacks. I think that's how they're going to approach it with Colombia. I really think they're not. And the words of Bielsa when right before he was fired from Leeds keeps ringing in my ears. If I change now and it doesn't work, you guys going to kill me for changing. So in other words, I'm not changing who I am, right? And that's what he brought to Leeds, and that's what he's bringing to Uruguay. And I expect the same thing. I don't think he's going to key in on James Rodriguez. It'll be whoever, Freddie Valverde, whoever. If that's a year, him not beat you. But we don't care about anybody because we locking off everybody else, right? So I'm curious.
And fair enough that logic makes sense, but that logic will work, I think, in the sense or in the situation where the players don't step forward. Brazil midfield did not step forward. The entire, in fact, we'll get to Brazil in a minute. And big up to BM. BM says you all bug side, Brazil gone home. Yeah, Brazil a big bug side. And we'll discuss Brazil in a few minutes. But if James Rodriguez steps in this football game 5, 10, or 15 minutes in and start dictate the play and said, yo, give me the ball. Them boy are fool. Them boy are fool. I will dictate. Luis Diaz open. I'll find you. And floating around and picking up the ball and then dictate. Because that now shifts the responsibility, and El Loco said, yo, James Rodriguez pull the strings as he's done in the other part of the game. It never happened in Brazil because Brazil ballers them. Well, we're going to step down on the baller comment regarding some of them Brazil players. All right, quarterfinal. Let's step back in time and take a look because we did enjoy the quarterfinals in Copa America. Let's take a look at Ecuador versus Argentina and revisit that football game that took place last Thursday, July 4th. Big up to all the Americans and their country's holiday. We know so we have a lot of Americans that watch us. 4-2 in PK's Junior. Your baller, your General Messi went for 4-2 in All right, Ecuador, young team, impressive young team, but could not pull it over the line against Argentina.
It's a funny to say impressive when
young team, young.
Yeah, you said young.
Young.
When it was their unimpressive talisman that missed the penalty in regulation in Valencia, right? Ecuador could come out of that game feeling like, boy, if we had just executed a little bit more, they would have won that game. Argentina is the world champion, and they're the world champions until beaten. They're the best team in the world until beaten. But I'm not. They haven't been impressive. But yo, you can only play who's in front of you. You can only do what is in front of you, right? You can only. That's the only thing you can do. And you give me Canada, what dispatch Canada, I'll see who will play against in the finals. If I'm an Argentinian fan, but other Ecuadorian, you can't help but feel slighted. Eda Valencia, he must feel sick in his stomach. Should have given Paez the penalty, to be honest. You should have given a 17-year-old the penalty. That's my opinion.
Of course, Ecuador have since fired their manager in Felix Sanchez almost immediately. The sentiments out of Ecuador, a lot of Ecuadorian fans were never supportive of Felix Sanchez's role. They felt like, he coached Qatar, which is a bug side. he is not worthy of coach this Ecuadorian team. And again, I want to highlight Ecuador is a very young team with probably their best years ahead. And you saw, I thought, a lot of youthful errors in this ball game, and it's throughout this tournament. The youthful errors just kind of were there. You know, even from Moises Caicedo, 100 million big money baller, you expected a little bit more, but again, he's a kid. As for Argentina, it's tournament football, it's winning titles football. Defend well fundamentally. You have a goalkeeper behind you who is world class, probably the best in the world. So you know, even in a penalty shootout, you have a legitimate chance of winning that, right? And big up to Emi Martinez. And we can say all we want about Emi Martinez, say I'm an idiot, I'm a clown, I'm a nine, but he is excellent when it comes to penalty shootout, family.
100%, yes.
You know, and I thought that Argentina's coach Collini made a huge error in this game in starting Lautaro Martinez. This is not Lautaro Martinez. You know, what did Lautaro? Did Lautaro Martinez score? I can't remember.
No, I think he scored in the early round, right?
May I try to remember? I can't. A long time
I know the commentator said
it was Lisandro Martinez that scored. I'm trying to remember who if Lautaro did score in the earlier. I don't necessarily think so.
I think he did score in the early round. Didn't he score against Canada?
Okay.
I think
you might be right. And because I think you don't. He scored in the last game of the group. Yeah. Actually, and that's why he got the starting job. The last meaningless game of the group against
Peru.
Was it
Peru?
Peru, yes, where they dominated Peru. So I don't think Lautaro Martinez starts in these big games.
But he scored against Chile. He scored the last 3 goals. He actually scored. He has 4 goals this tournament. He scored the second goal against Canada, scored the lone goal against Chile, and scored both against Peru.
Okay, so he was able to score late goals against Chile.
1 goal, yeah.
1 goal, sir. Okay. Well, I stand corrected on Lautaro Martinez. I think I like Julian Alvarez starting in this team. He may not score the goals or score as many goals so far in this tournament, but his ability to shift out wide and then even go down the middle is excellent. And I like Julian Alvarez starting in this team. So we'll see. And I think the game against Ecuador really kind of probably helped when they put him on. But then I'm probably biased towards Julian. I thought Lautaro left a few things on the field.
Yeah.
So the other quarterfinal game, Venezuela, Canada, penalty shootout. Canada was outstanding, Junior.
Canada is just playing with energy. Canada is playing with pride. What Jesse Marsh has seemed to instill in them I don't think Jesse Marsh is this savant coach. Let me just put that out there from now. The timing is right for this late generation of Canadian footballers. In terms of they were just coming off a collapse against Jamaica. Everybody looking around like, yo, what the hell going on? And in comes Jesse Marsh to kind of get everybody on the same page. They're all professionals. They're all older. It's not a young Canadian team. And get the man them for just, all right, make we work towards a common goal in this COPA Cup. And you hit the ground running, but this is honeymoon period. Reality will set in for that team. It might start with tomorrow, because even in the loss against Argentina at the start of the COPA Cup, they could have come out feeling like they could have gotten something out of that game against the world champions, right? So even though they lost, they were still buoyed by it and took off from in the tournament and rode their luck. And that's all they are. Just a ball of energy. Venezuela, yo, ran down to all there, man.
Rondon did score a very good goal. Now,
A very good
granted,
goal.
the Canadian keeper, Crepio, did some foolishness because I don't know when they're out, where downtown for, but good
Well, if
goal
you're
from Rondon.
beautiful goal. But Venezuela problem is just like Chile, it take too long to move on from them ball of them, man.
Yeah, Chile is struggling with the same thing right now. Venezuela have some youth. Them have some youth. I mean, but coming into this tournament, Venezuela overachieved out of this group because Venezuela was probably, by many predictions, expected to kind of finish at the bottom or,
Right.
eliminated in the first round. Schaffelberg Jr. Schaffelberg down the wing for Canada was outstanding. Just full of energy, running for days. Had the Venezuelan right back in a stitches, just constantly going up and down the field. And you spoke about energy from Canada under Jesse March and the professionalism. I mean, it's something, it's not to be underestimated. It's something about a manager coming in and reset and reinstill that confidence and letting this group know that, look, because I think fundamentally what Jesse March is doing is this American mentality. Well, no boy no better than we. It's fundamentally, even when I go out shoot out with a knife, no boy no better than we. It's the same mindset. Is this the supercharge and that is helping this Canadian team to go fully 100 when they play these so-called superior teams. Now, one suspect that Canada will be taken to the cleaners if they go against Argentina in the same manner as they did Venezuela. They left a lot of space behind them, and Venezuela couldn't exploit that space. Argentina is a more technical, more ball-playing team, should be able to exploit that space. Now, granted, if the old baller is able to get his movements up a little bit.
Exactly. Because it's when you talk about Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez, that's the reason why Lautaro is played over Julian. Lautaro is more in sync with Messi. There are times where Julian Alvarez seems out of sync with the team because rightfully so, they are geared towards playing to the magician, right? While Julian Alvarez sometimes makes a run and he overruns sometimes. Some of his reads, he's overreading or underreading. And you only have room for one general on the field right now.
Nah, I mean, man. Julian Alvarez, in fact, and Argentinian fans can come at me. If it wasn't for Julian Alvarez, Argentina probably wouldn't have won a World Cup. So them can just Argentina went into the World Cup, Lautaro Martinez as his guy, and he sucked horrible. And Julian Alvarez came in and was difference maker. He may not score a bunch of goals, but the ability to force defenders to say, this youth, I go score a goal if you don't deal with them. Yeah. You can't let So and I think he's probably didn't have such a great season at Man City, but it's not a bad weapon to have. Not a bad weapon.
There's bias in the Argentina team because Argentina is struggling to score goals in this Copa, even though them scored 2 against Canada, 2 against remember they played last. It just slipped my mind. Actually.
All right. So we have to look at how many goals Argentina scored.
Yeah, they've scored 2. Right now they've scored 5 goals, 6 goals. But to me, they are struggling. Now I could argue, or I could ask, and I would know the answer. We know the answer from a joking perspective. But let's take the jokes out of it. With Argentina struggling the way they're struggling, why Garnacho can't see the field?
Garnacho a bug, man. If you want him corner, him force right.
No,
we'll get. But why? What's struggling? They've won all 3 games. They've scored 5 goals, and they haven't conceded any goal. in the
That
group
is the key.
stage.
That is the key. They haven't conceded.
And in the
But
group stage, and in the quarterfinal, they went to penalty. They conceded their first goal late.
not late. Cause remember Valencia missed the penalty earlier.
Yeah, but in no score.
Yeah, true. But I just think that they are too geared. They are too Messi dependent, and it might not catch up with them. But we'll see.
But why wouldn't you be Messi dependent? You have won the World Cup with him. Of course, you've won Copa America with him, playing the same way with the same manager, the same group, and you've advanced to the semi-final of this tournament. Why would you change?
True. There is no argument here from.
Why would you change? We'll get to Portugal later, you know.
Chit, which game Ganacho started a game in Copa?
We have got maybe that last game.
Well on.
The last group game. We'll pull it up. We'll pull it up.
Watch it. I see them struggling down the left wing, and I just have to wonder why. But hey,
yeah, he started the last game against Peru. So big up Chinny Chin.
That don't count.
Yeah, so Junior, why didn't he flourish then in that game?
They will fight out the ball.
Yeah, man. Actually, yes, I do. In fact, this is also insignificant. The Garnacho was. That's why we don't remember his performance. We don't need to try to push some of these youths yet. It's not Argentina is not Brazil. They don't need Garnacho to do anything spectacular to try to win football games. They have achieved the objective of making it to the semi-final, doing what they have done best. They score a few goals and they defend very well, especially with Romero and company around our back.
Yeah.
And Rodrigo de Paul. So, but kudos to Venezuela. BM says he wasn't surprised. Venezuela didn't surprise me in this Copa. They're doing well in CONMEBOL World Cup qualifier. Yo, we have to be careful with this CONMEBOL World Cup qualifier. Now what? Now 6 games them gone already.
Enough games gone, because certain side has struggle.
No worry yourself, man. We'll get to certain side around corner in a bit. But so kudos to Venezuela. Big up. All right, to the games on Saturday. Colombia defeated Panama in the early game 5-0. I mean, look like a championship side. Big up to Kevin, the Colombian, but this looks like a championship side. This is how you deal with, I'm not going to say bug side, but this is how you deal with a team that is not at your level, so to speak.
Right.
And kudos to Panama. You know, Panama did make a fight of it. They did. In fact, they had a couple chances. So we don't really slide Panama. But Colombia started fast and just deal with them things. Excellent performance. And Junior, another thing we have to highlight: the Colombian fans. They travel deep.
And looking nice. The ladies looking nice in the stand. You have to pick them up.
They travel.
You have to pick the ladies them.
You know, and of course in the final quarterfinal game, Uruguay defeated Brazil. Talk me through your thoughts on this football game, family.
Like I said, Uruguay look at Brazil and say, let's see who have the bigger balls. And with that team will win the game. And Brazil, they weren't ready for the fight. Both side. Because the way Uruguay play, any team with a general in the middle would kill that style of play. Like I am not going to have, forget about Hendrick, I'm not going to have Rodrigo on the field and with his speed, and he's not running behind players. I'm not going to have Rafinha on the field and they're not running behind if you're playing me full field press man to man. get the ball to your general make a one move, dismiss him defender, turn up him head, and him have nothing but passing lanes. And Brazil couldn't take that. That was the game. That was the game in a nutshell. They had no idea how to play football. That's how Uruguay made Brazil look. Look, they made them look like they had no game plan, they had no purpose on the field, they had no intention on the field. They just did not want to play against a man-to-man team.
Yeah, and this game probably should have gone to penalties because Brazil gone to the dog, man. And I want to highlight, big up to João Rodrigo, who highlighted some of the failures of this tournament. Brazil was piss poor in this tournament. I don't care if Vinicius Jr. was on the field or not, they would have still probably suffered defeat. Vinicius Jr. was suspended after he talked himself into a yellow card. Yeah, Brazil, somebody needs to get control of Brazil. There is just too much hype around this football teams, around this football team with bug ballers. For example, Andres Pereira, going into this game, said that they have 3 Premier League midfielders, and Uruguay would want to have such class in their national team. So because of their 3 Premier League midfielders, why they are so good. And then of course, Luis Suarez responded, said, essentially you should respect Uruguay and essentially kind of fix him up. But to hear a comment like that about Premier League, is league play football or people play football?
Forget about the league reference. Look at who spoke for Brazil versus who spoke for Uruguay. Notice it wasn't a little boy response from Uruguay, at least that we are aware of. We don't know, because the media go and take what them think and gather more eyes, right? But the fact that Luis Suarez, decorated Luis Suarez, not going to see the field Luis Suarez, responded after the game, but it speaks volumes to me about the issues with Brazil. Andres Pereira could even make the Manchester United team when Manchester United team was heading to the dumpsters. He got sold from Manchester United. I don't know what the hell he's doing on Brazil. So who give him the authority for talk? Like make Paqueta say that. Make Bruno Gomes say that. Make Vinicius Jr. say that. Make Ronaldinho or Neymar say that. Andres Pereira should have never opened his mouth before the game. That's number one. And there was a precursor, but maybe it's a sense of deja vu, because again, we still yet to see the Ronaldinho ad. I haven't seen the ad that he's talking about, right? But when he made his comment, which player came out and piped up afterwards? Rafinha, right?
Yeah, Rafinha. Yeah,
Rafinha came out and said, "Oh, well, he said he wanted tickets for him and his family or whatever," which kind of insinuated that because they never get him tickets, that's why Ronaldinho.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
So,
but this is general. Yeah, I remember.
That is something that you never see at Brazil. You never see a young baller disrespect an icon or a general. Nobody will ever say anything bad about Pele. Nobody ever say anything bad about Rivaldo, Ronaldo, even Ronaldinho to a point. But this brother that plays for Brazil, even if you feel disrespected by the legend, you run your mouth. Not only that, you play for Barcelona, that the same baller is a legend from. And you're going to run your mouth against a Barca legend. That just showed the height of individualism within Brazil. And it just gone. It just gone to dogs, man. Brazil are boxer. We don't talk about Brazil.
Yeah, it's important because, of course, Brazil today is the anniversary of the 7-1. 10 years ago, Brazil suffered it. Yo, But we have to work through some of these things, family, because I'm a Brazilian fan. I enjoy watching Brazil play football. And I think football needs Brazil. Just like I think cricket needs the West Indies because they bring a certain level of collective. When Brazil plays football and is on TV playing Brazil, Joca Bonita, the globe is paying attention. The money is up, the views are up. More kids who normally don't follow football are intrigued to watch Brazil and the culture of Brazil. And to see what Brazil has been reduced to is embarrassing, brother. It's absolutely embarrassing. And this situation with starting Hendrick in this football game even pisses me off even more. Because as big up Prime Minister, because Prime Minister texted me Saturday night during this football game and said, yo, there's levels to this thing, you know. A big man thing this and a pitney this. And Junior, when I thought about that statement, Coach Darville Jr. decided to give Hendrick his start against the Dogs, a.k.a. some of the most physical footballers in the world of football. The Uruguayans who will battle you from now till next year. And this is the kid you decide to roll him out against? This is who you decide to roll him against? It's like...
We have Martinelli sitting on the bench looking at you.
It's like you tell somebody, say, yo, we are going to teach you how to swim today. And we know so you can swim a little bit. We are going to take you Atlantic Ocean and deep in the deep end and just chuck you off.
But remember the first video, the first training video that I saw from Brazil was Hendrick getting kicked down from the Arsenal defender.
Yes, from Gabriel, yes.
From Gabriel Ross him and drop him on ground.
Yeah.
And all of these things that you see earlier coming back now, Rafinha running him out, Hendrick can get kicked down. It's just, you just sit down and wonder to yourself, like, yo, how you guys just see this? Like, I said it before. Hendrick, the thing about a young baller, you say, I was going to talk about Euros. Wait, you see my boy is Spain, the 16-year-old. Yamal.
Yeah.
It is clear he is faster, more skilled than anybody on the field at certain points.
Yeah.
Right? When Henry was younger, it was clear Henry fast like 10 of them man.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, clear. Original, phenomenal Ronaldo. Faster than 10 of them man and can change direction faster than anybody on the field. Hendrick offers nothing. And I said that before the tournament started. I question this youth on the pedestal because even Vinicius Jr. was fast like greased lightning when he first came out. And you don't see the video Hendrick run left the body. You don't see the video Hendrick chop up the body like what was Robinho's highlight? You remember what made Robinho?
Yeah, man.
Seven plat.
Let him gone. Yeah, man. Him take you and let him go. Yeah.
Neymar a pile man per sideline. You don't see nothing like that for Hendrick. All you do is just hear, oh, this kid's the next phenomenon.
Yeah, but I mean, in fairness, he's been scoring a lot of goals in the Brazilian league.
Yeah, but Benton, fine. You're scoring a lot of goals in the Brazilian.
Because of those goals, Real Madrid decided to sign him.
Fine. You're scoring a lot of goals. But the eyeball test doesn't lie. You may also look at and look. Yeah, you can score a lot of, you can be a poacher, right? It could be a good goal poacher. And that's fine. Be a good goal poacher later on in life. But don't piss on me and tell me say it's real. Because I'm not going to look on this brother playing and say, oh, even though he score a lot of goals, guess what? That brother is a baller. No, he's not. He's not fast. He's not skillful. He can't hold the ball up with the back towards goal under pressure. He's short. He's not winning any ball in the air. Tell me why should I put him up against some million-dollar defenders? It makes no sense. It defies logic.
I don't know. I don't know if... And then, so there was also a video circulating, where, all right, couple things. ESPN posted that Hendrick only had one pass in the football game, accurately. and I was at kickoff. I refuse to believe that.
It is true.
I refuse to believe that. In fact, I might go back and watch this football game. Because there's no way the man only have one pass in this football game.
It is true.
Junior, I distinctly remember him laying the ball off in the attack in the final third to Rafinha, and Rafinha did foolishness.
No. The ball bounced off him foot and reach Rafinha.
João Pedro in Oglobe criticized Dorville Jr.'s decision making in his substitution timing, and Savinho. Why wasn't Savinho? In addition to questioning the midfield, the inability Brazil, as João Pedro puts it, is probably the biggest highlight for Brazil was that defensively they were decent throughout this tournament, but creative end of the field they were pathetic. Do you see the same sort of conclusion?
Of course, but then you can't. I mean, you see, Brazil reportedly thinking about sticking with the coach. You can't really blame him if they don't have a number 9. They don't have a target man, so he has to try.
You can't blame him. You mean you can't blame him pick his side?
Yeah, but true. Why them can't find any random number 9 for the come through that? Because you see, like them right now, they would do well with just any light post, just with that talent, with that group of players that they are talented. Just put any light post at number. I would do well as a number 9 for Brazil right now. I would.
But you're not getting the ball. You won't do well because you're not getting the pass from the midfield.
No, but that's the thing. When the midfield do what they want to do, and me will just float and clean up the scraps. That's all they want right now, because it's just. But Brazil is a mess because we don't even know who running this. Don't talk about Canaries out there.
Yeah, I think Brazil. I think Darville, and I could be wrong. Until he proves me wrong, I am convinced that he's naming, he's selecting players based on club.
It's obvious.
All right. So,
and there's player power there.
And there's player power. There's player power. So ultimately we'll see what happened with Brazil in regarding their coaching decision from there. Argentina versus Canada tomorrow at 8 p.m. family. Winning probability Argentina huge up. I think you had what? Canada what? 700?
Plus 750, yeah.
Yeah, plus 750. So keys to Canada winning this football game, family.
Take your chances early.
And that ultimately is something that is almost impossible.
So you say it's impossible for them to win then?
Yeah, I'm kind of trending towards that. And I have good mode. Because watching Kyle Lauren and Jonathan David in this tournament, it doesn't lead me to believe that Canada will be scoring any goals. Now, Schaffelberg scored that goal the other day. But Jonathan David and Kyle Lauren doesn't leave me to believe that they're going to be scoring against Argentina.
All right.
Somebody else will have to score.
Yeah. They are going to get chances. Let's see if they take them.
And not only, it's not in the sense of just chances. They're getting chances against the best goalkeeper in the world. So it takes a bit of commitment and placement and handling pressure to really kind of beat these goalkeepers. I am pissed off with Canada's front line. Very much pissed off with them from what I've seen.
But Alphonso Davies is Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, Alphonso Davies is doing what he does. Just play left back, do the best you can, overlap, and Jesse March spoke about this recently about Alphonso Davies' role. He has to realize that he doesn't have to be Superman for this team. Just play your role, supply. If you get an opportunity, exploit it. But you don't need to take all heavy risks to try carry the group. The group needs to do what the group needs to do. And as the previous tenure probably say, Alfonso Davies running. Same way. No, to the Wednesday match, Uruguay versus Colombia. I have to go with Colombia, unless they prove me wrong. If not, no, Colombia win.
Yeah, Colombia is a sexy pick. Colombia is a sexy pick, but let's see if Bielsa can motivate these boys to play another one.
And also, most notably, Colombia is scoring goals.
Freely. And creating chances.
Darwin Núñez is still the point man for Uruguay. So we have to make sure that we highlight Darwin Núñez is still the point man for Uruguay.
Yeah.
So Colombia, my money's on Colombia winning this football game. Right. If Uruguay wins this football game, it probably goes to penalties. It's going to be a stout defensive effort, and Uruguay win it that way. I don't see Darwin Núñez or anyone. Well, maybe a De La Cruz or someone will score, but Darwin Núñez, no, I'm not too convinced. Even though in this tournament he had a very easy opportunity against and just blew it.
Lord of mercy.
Blew it. So that's Copa America, family. Let's take a look at the Euro semifinalists coming down. Euro bracket is set. Spain versus France. Tomorrow, Netherlands versus England, the team that we all love to hate. Junior, right now, based on things that we have seen in the Euros, the big match is probably this Spain against France match.
Yeah, well, easy, and a lot of people said the winners of the Euros will be determined tomorrow. And that's a fair statement. Now, Spain have a number of players that will be out, or a couple of players that will be out. Most notably, my boy there, from the right back.
Dani Carvajal.
Kylian Mbappe, if not now, when? But him know his nose is bothering him. As we saw that he got substituted in the Portugal game because of the pain bothering him. But if not now, when? Killy. If not now, when? Because you're going to have the 16-year-old running back trying to defend you on this wing. If not now, when? Big match.
Big football game. Notable things that I am looking forward to the Spain game. Deschamps Spain-France game. Deschamps football is first and foremost do no harm. Defensively, very solid. France has been defensively very solid in this tournament. I expect that to continue tomorrow. N'Golo Kante is gonna be huge. Now with Rubio, I think Rubio is back for tomorrow's game. Camavinga was excellent in the game that he played, so I expect Rubio to start over Camavinga. It's a different sort of dynamics in terms of Camavinga gives you something better on the defensive side in terms of his work rate, his ability to tackle. But Rubio gives you something on the offensive side where he makes a run and can score a goal here or there. Yeah. So Spain is my money to win this football game. Ball possession Miguel Moreno came off the bench and scored the winner in that game against Germany for Spain. Spain's depth, I am giving the slight edge to Spain in this football game.
Yeah. And let's see if they prove it. Let's see if they prove it, because if it's one thing, the French players, I'll put it this way. Spain is trying to reach where France have already reached as a team. This Spanish team, this version of Spanish team. This French team knows how to win ball games. Yes, they didn't win the World Cup final, but that World Cup final, is a all-time classic, and they are a goalkeeper spread eagle away from winning the game, right?
Yeah.
Or from drawing the game.
Yeah, well, from winning, because wasn't that the
For winning,
winning?
yes.
We went
Yes,
with
it was.
Kolo Moani.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this French team know how to win ball
yeah,
games.
yeah. They know how to win big games.
Spain
Yeah,
is trying to prove it. Now the German game, that quarterfinal to me told me something, because I was ready to come on ball chat and cuss off the Spanish coach, say that he's just like my boy at Bayern Munich. I was ready for it was just like Tuchel and made some dumb mistakes. I was ready to kill him, because taking off all the firepower with giving Germany in essence about 15 minutes are so, where Spain signaled we holding on to this one love lead, right? And we're gonna lock it down. And you make Germany do that and come back, and you went back and snatched the game again from Germany in the heart of Germany. That's saying something big to me. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see tomorrow. It's going to be the ordained versus the next. That's how I'm building this game. It's unfortunate that Mbappe is not fit, but it's the ordained Mbappe versus the 16-year-old tomorrow. That's how we're building the game.
BM says, Junior, I remember when you had concerns about MLS being able to keep Messi in peak form to be effective for Argentina. I think you were onto something. Venezuela didn't surprise me. Well, onto something is one thing, but they're still winning football games.
Come on, better. No, not say that no better. They're winning in spite of Messi.
Messi a walk on the field from Wapikim fill up, brother.
No, the World Cup Messi is not this. We're not seeing the World Cup Messi right now. Admit it. Admit it.
And he did pick up a knock, according to reports. Guys, did we not see the video of the man rubbing close to his family jewels?
Why is he still playing?
All right,
there's nobody. If you have a 50% Messi, there's nobody at Argentina can give you better than a 50% Messi.
Clearly, this is one of the things that we have with football now, Junior. This is the age where we have fashion footballers who are essentially, the teams are heavily dependent on them, and the coaches are ineffective, are unable to make the big decision, the big balls move to bench a baller. So, they did bench him in the final game, and they did, but they're not going to bench him even at 50%. He will suck it up and go play, because this is essentially his team. It's his team and his coach. But regarding Spain France, very, 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 very big football game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Before we go to the other side of the bracket, your final thoughts on those quarterfinal games. You mentioned Spain, Germany. To kind of, you said you were critical, or was about to be critical of the Spanish coach De La Fuente regarding his decision, taking off the ballers. But Spain is deep, so we have to remember that Spain is a deep squad. And though Yamal and Nico Williams are the flavor of the month, they're playing very good football. They have some ballers on the bench who are also quite competent. So, different sort of dynamics. They don't have the speed as the Yamal or Nico, but they give you similar sort of ball, Spain pass ball and score goal sort of mentality. Because, all right, you see Spain teams, all the ballers, them traditionally are going to play the same way. They're going to pass ball. Now, what Yamal and Nico them do differently is that they're giving you more wing play right now because of their speed. Excellent wing play.
Yeah.
And so the old school way of shutting down Spain is shut off the passes. They make them have all the pass round donkey and whatever they want. But now with these wide players and the wing player, you can say, all right, we can exploit this speed as much as we can. Jesus Navas was probably the closest one to any other speed in his young days. But I don't remember Jesus Navas having companion on the other side to really kind of with the same level of speed. It's me idea with so they are a deep football team.
But I see what you deal with, but Danny Olmo was the difference between Spain and Germany.
Yeah, man, Danny Olmo a big baller.
Yeah, but we can't overlook that. Like,
Yeah,
that to me was the difference.
yeah.
When they took off Nico Williams and I call him the 16-year-old, they were toothless.
Yeah.
Olmo came on as a substitute, had the fresher legs, and is a general. Now, questions could be asked why he never started in the first place, but it worked out, right?
Yeah, but they're not going to start him because the thing
Why?
is that a Morata start down the middle.
Right.
And then you have the youths them on the wings. So in midfield,
Remember Pedri?
You could probably play him in a 10 role. But
remember Pedri's out now, so
yeah, Pedri pick up a foot. Yep, definitely.
Almo is an obvious plug right now.
Yep, yeah, definitely pick up. Yeah, that man is too soft, Bridget. But to be fair, it was a nasty tackle by Tony Cruz. I am actually surprised he didn't get a red card in that game. Or a second yellow, but it was his final game, so maybe that's the scenario about trying to usher him off in farewell. Junior, but your thoughts on Tony Cruz's career, family? I mean, as we bid him farewell.
Yo, just it. However you feel about Tony Cruz, or however you feel about Luka Modric, they're interchangeable. I think they both have similar starting stories. They both have similar ending, going to Real Madrid and career just taking off. Even though Modric was at Tottenham, I don't think we saw Modric being who he became while he was at Tottenham. I don't think we saw Tony Cruz being who he became while he was at Bayern Munich, right? That's why I said they're both mirror images of each other when I think about the career path. Only difference is Cruz have a World Cup, Modric don't. But a general, midfield general, I think he's one of the last of a dying breed. I don't think you have a lot of Tony Cruz type players out there anymore. I think I would put Tony Cruz in the vein of Paul Scholes, Lampard, maybe a Yaya Toure type in that bracket of a midfielder, where is a true box-to-box player and can give you that odd goal, but he can also help lot down the field. And is an ultimate professional based on all things that I've seen. And it's just a general. I would say it's one of the last of a dying breed of midfield type.
Yeah, man. Excellent career. Just to highlight some of his honors here. Bayern Munich, Bundesliga, 3 Bundesliga titles with Bayern Munich. A UEFA Champions League with Bayern Munich. Of course, the FIFA Club World Cup with Real Madrid, 4 La Liga titles, and 5 Champions League titles with Real Madrid, and the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Yeah, the man analyst long like rope, Bridget.
Yeah, but both like the early cruise at Bayern Munich. I remember Bayern Munich winning Bundesliga title is just a formality, especially back then, right?
Yeah.
He's fortunate to be on some very good teams, but then once he matured, he became an integral part of those very good teams.
Yeah, big up to Tony Cruz as he bid his farewell. Speaking of bidding farewell and discussion around bidding farewell, Junior, Portugal, a big team, got eliminated in this tournament. I think Portugal is probably the deepest team in the Euro. I was the deepest team in the Euros. Cristiano Ronaldo is and this team is Junior. Is Cristiano Ronaldo playing so many minutes for this Portugal team with so much depth?
You said it earlier in the season. You can't trust Roberto Martinez.
I mean, we don't want to win trophy.
So said so. Well, if you want to win trophy, why hire Roberto Martinez?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, Diego Jota did not see the field in this game against France.
Diego Jota, that while at Liverpool this year, has found ways to just come on the field and instantly impact.
I joke this. Yeah. I joke. Diego Jota did not see this field against France. The substitutes that one Mr. Felix, João Felix Jr. João Felix is an ultimate disappointment and has failed. And João Felix, of course, missed the penalty. There are reports that Benfica is looking to bring João Felix home. They sent him to Atletico Madrid for what? 100 million. They're looking to give Atletico Madrid what? 20 million and take him back. Where did it went wrong for João Felix? A player who's just looked lost, family.
Pressure. All right, it's in Portugal. Portugal, as far as we can remember, always have a baller with them all roads point to all indications point to this generational baller, right?
Yeah.
João Felix was ordained too early. I think João Felix have a little bit of the Hendrick syndrome where he wasn't the fastest, wasn't the most skilled, he wasn't the best finisher. He was just a good young baller that was thrusted in the limelight and he wasn't ready for it. All right, you know what? He's also a very similar to James Rodriguez. They just wasn't ready for the pressure that they get put under. So he had a decent, his career not over yet, but he had a decent run, but he's nowhere near the expectation that was levied on him. And people might look at it as a failure.
Nowhere near. And the other part of the bracket, family, England defeated Switzerland 5-3 on penalties. I mean, Gareth Southgate would say job done. Job done. I mean, they would play Netherlands in the semi-final. Turkey had went out 2-1 defeat to Netherlands. Big up to Turkey, yeah. Big up. They did play some entertaining football, but them just have to go my them yard.
and that game is a game between two inept coaches.
Yeah.
That is a
semi-final between Netherlands and England.
It is two inept coaches. You have
Ronald Koeman.
You have probably the two best teams in the world, with Argentina having something to say about it on one side, versus two talented teams with the worst coach to team ratio, with Portugal have something to say on that side, because the Netherlands team is too talented to play the way they play. England, we all know, is way too talented to wait until a team score against them for them to somehow magically come back and score late and go take it to the penalties. It is one of those things, and I am an English fan, but I call a spade, man. It's two inept coaches. I can't wait for one of them lose Wednesday and just call it a day.
Netherlands versus England. I think Gareth Southgate, just to paraphrase one of his statements after the defeat of Switzerland, I think he basically said, to quit the mourning. They're in the semi-finals, and you guys need to get behind the team. Quit the complaining. Essentially, those are not his exact words, but I think he basically shut the hell up. We have advanced.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why England is no good.
No, but
Because
he's not wrong.
he's actually, yes, he's wrong. Um, if you go to Argentina, coach, right now and say, "Yo," I go to France, and say, "Yo, on don't score a goal." France has not scored a goal, an open field goal, and they have made it to the semifinals. Deschamps, how you feel about that? There's no way we're saying, stop the crying. We're in the semifinals. Be happy where we are. Yo, the right answer is, yo, we in the semifinals. We're not playing our best. Hopefully, we can find a way to play our best and the ball bounce the right way for us within the next 2 games. That'll be the answer. Gareth Southgate answer is one of a coach that is happy where he is, satisfied with what he's doing, and cannot understand why people hating on it. So, in other words, be happy with mediocrity. Even though we are here, I don't see the mediocrity you see. That is a problem. If you, the coach, cannot rationalize why the fan base is pissed off at the way the game is played, then there's a problem. You have a problem. Because a million people, well, let me say, a lot of would hate England. So 580,000 people are not going to sit there blindly and say England is playing out of sorts. And one coach will come and say, no, you 580,000 people, you're wrong. I am right. Something wrong with that, Benton.
And Gareth Southgate pretty much just says he's using the criticism as a kind of a personal, kind of to show you guys that, yo, he knows what he's doing. So, you know what, Gareth Southgate is going to win Euro, and he's going to tell Junior and the entire English fan base and English media that have criticized him, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I am going to win Euro. He becomes the third English manager. It's consecutive semifinals. Could be consecutive finals.
He won't tell me that because I'll be cheering.
But all right, in the nuts and bolts of things. I mean, what are the keys to the game for England and Netherlands in this game Wednesday at 3 p.m.?
Which coach will stay out of the way? That's it. That's all it comes down to. Which coach is going to stay out of the way? Now, on paper, England is clear favorites. Clear favorites to win the game.
Which paper are you looking at?
Well, the English bias paper. I think England is a much better team than Netherlands on paper. But we'll see. We'll see. Because if Netherlands, look at it this way, and this might be a very good prediction on my part. The reason why England look the way they look, they haven't played against a team that is going to come out and play against them. They've played against teams that rather bunker down, safety first. This team is too talented. Let's give them the respect and let's see if them can break us down. And England showed that they struggle to do that. Netherlands' approach to the game won't be that. I expect Netherlands to come at England. And that's going to open the space for Saka, for Foden to run behind. They're going to give Harry Kane space. That's the reason why Harry Kane hasn't done nothing in the whole tournament, is because there's no space in the box. So I am seeing this game possibly being high scoring. I remember I said it.
Possibly high scoring. Possibly. I don't. But big up to Saka. I could not be happier for him to be able to overcome the demons of the last penalty miss. So big up to him, and converting that penalty and also scoring that tying goal in the game against Switzerland. I mean, that was huge. And Switzerland, you had one job, Bridget. You had one job to just see that game out, and they couldn't couldn't do it. Big up to Cody Gapco, who's in the running for the leading goal scorer of this tournament. This Cody Gapco is playing some good football, Junior.
Yeah, he is. He is. And that what BM kind of highlight that by saying Holland doesn't have the superstar names like previous generations, but like Italy, you can't write them off in tournaments.
Yeah, big up Cody
Have
Gapco.
just enough talent. But
Right.
Gapco is the spear, tip of that spear.
All right, prediction time, family. Spain versus France tomorrow, 3 p.m. Netherlands versus England, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Euro semifinals. You know what we're going to do? We're going to watch along for the finals. Then. We're going to do a watch along for the COPA and Euro finals if we can find the time.
Yep.
Predictions for this England versus Netherlands game.
England winning that. There's a high score. I think England is going to. I think they're going to have a breakout game this game.
England going. I'm predicting England with the hope that my goat mouth will jinx them. But bottom line, Spain France is the marquee matchup. That is probably where this thing is gonna get dictated in terms of who gonna win the trophy.
That's the sexy pick, yes.
That is, and anything else?
Yeah. Why? Killy. If not, no, when?
It's got a broken nose, Junior.
But as an England fan, I want to play Spain. I don't want to play France. So I got Spain winning.
I think any one of those teams coming out from the side. These two teams on this side of the bracket, Spain, and I've said this before, England's side of the bracket is definitely the easiest side of the bracket. It's some big teams on this side of the bracket. The Spain, the Germany, Portugal side of the bracket, and France. The only question I'm curious about is whether these two teams going butter bruise, aka damage each other enough, so that come final Sunday, they don't have the energy or the recovery time to be able to go back and go full tilt again. That's my only concern, because I expect a big ball game between these two teams. Cagey matchup. Defensively, France is gonna be committed to their task at hand, but let's see if Spain can get the better of them. Before we go on, we had family. You wanted to touch Jamaican football news, and before we touch any Jamaican football news, we have to highlight Bobby Cordova-Reid is now with Leicester City, Junior.
Yeah, newly promoted Leicester City.
BM says any watch along for the Copa semis. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And the reason why Canada versus Argentina probably
That foregone conclusion.
is a foregone conclusion. And the only watch along we probably would have do is the other game, the Colombia-Uruguay game.
Yeah.
And so that's Wednesday night. You know what, BM? You know what, Wednesday night, if we're there yard and we might turn on the machine and watch a ball game. Yeah, man. That ball game should be a good ball game.
Yep.
Watch along Wednesday night for Colombia versus Uruguay.
And then Monday, finals, Monday.
It's Monday final.
Both finals are Monday. 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock.
Weird. My apologies for giving the misleading information. Weird, Junior, but it says finals over here, so Sunday.
And on July 14th.
Sunday, July 14th.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
I'm talking about Monday. Sunday, July 14th at 3 p.m.
I thought the 14th was a Monday, yeah. But both finals are Sunday.
Yes, both finals are Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we don't know, but all right. So yeah, so technically, we're going to do a watch along for Uruguay game. Uruguay game, and then the finals on Sunday. We'll light up the
Let me check
Panama
this.
machine.
Let me check the schedule, cause son of a basketball tournament. Let me see what time
All
it
right,
is.
Junior, Bobby Cordova Reed to Fulham. Big up, Bobby. Any thoughts on this transfer, Junior? I'm going to make some more money on Leicester City newly promoted.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
Yes, close. That's all we needed for sir.
That's it. Any other Jamaican football news you want to highlight before we take ourselves?
Paul Hall leave the job.
Paul Hall.
Is Paul Hall the next Jamaica coach?
Paul Hall left QPR. We'll get that one up. Paul Hall.
Will Paul Hall be the next Jamaica coach?
Why would we want to go back to Paul Hall, Jr.? He was the coach.
Why not? Who would we going to?
Okay.
Well, that's for the search firm to determine, because we can't really. I've seen an idea floating around about Tata Martino.
No. Paul Hall departs QPR. No, we can't afford. They can't afford Tata Mart. No, I'm not bothered with that.
All right, so Paul Hall coming back to coach Jamaica. If that is so, is Leon Bailey officially done with Jamaica? What do you think?
I think regardless of who's coaching Jamaica, whosoever is coaching Jamaica, Leon Bailey might be done with Jamaica.
No, I think if they get a foreigner, there'll be room for Leon Bailey.
And why does it matter if Leon Bailey play for Jamaica again? That's my ultimate question.
It doesn't matter.
Care one way or the other. Is it whether he's gonna contribute and be a part of the group? Because for me, fundamentally, the stipulations and the issues are not gonna be solved. So you're gonna kick the can down the road to get resurfaced again.
Not necessarily, because if a coach come in and say, yo, I hear what with this brother, I don't want him, then for however long length of time this coach is coaching, we know that we don't have to worry about the cas. It's just going to be a distant noise in a distant room somewhere far, far away, right? But if the coach come in and say, I want to open the door for everybody, we need all hands on deck, we need the best team, let's have a conversation, then we know that peanut gallery is going to come back close again, and the noise is going to come back close again, right? The reason I bring that up, everybody should know by now about Kyle Butler's interview and him talk about English rejects, right? If Paul Hall becomes the coach, does Kyle Butler's does it even register on the next coach's radar?
No. No, you don't care. I think if whosoever the coach is,
right,
if that person comes in and said let bygones be bygones and open the door back to everyone, it's the same foolishness is gonna happen, the same problem, because the cornerstone issue is not solved. The cornerstone issue is not necessarily a Leon Bailey issue, I think. It's a Craig Butler, Rudolph Speed issue. And that issue is not going to solve, because Butler is not going away and Rudolph Speed is not going away from his role in the JFF. So if any manager worth their grain of salt or whatever, worth trying to win football games and have sense and get hired as the coach of Jamaica, you come in and you say, all right, look at the history of what has happened. Don't be ignorant to the past. You cannot ignore the past. Look at what has happened and learn from it and say, yo, you sleep and mark that. You cannot go back down this road again. Because Hal Grimston disrupt whatever thing that he was trying to to fix or solve these issues. Them things you can't get solved, brother. They're bigger than you. So when you are trying to recruit baller who publicly say me take break, nobody with them foolish to say. Because the man in the person behind that baller has stipulations, and those stipulations don't change. And the person who am I try to get rid of, rightfully or wrongfully, not going anywhere.
Right.
So whosoever takes over the Reggae Boys, if it's Paul Hall, whomever that person is, don't talk about let bygone be bygone. Look at the recent history, look at the drama, and said, you know what? I am not going to touch that ants nest. Here is the group. We're going to play some ball.
That's your hope.
That's your hope. And if someone is coming in, then that means that why you are going to run down? I mean, there's a reason why he hasn't been playing.
Well, you want the best. If you're a coach, you want the best. And every coach come in thinking that they can do better than the last. Every coach, that's just an A-type personality. Every coach come in and feel like they are the right one. Right? And BM said they fired Paul Hall for no reason and hired mediocre Ham Grissom. Paul somewhere laughing at GFF saying, Karma is a B. He also said Kyle Butler is the biggest reject. He's a Malta League reject, Genk reject, Jamaican football reject. So Mike even say he was a Butler reject at one point. That's public news. I'm not making anything up. But I agree with you, Benton. It's just that my fear is a coach coming in, because if I am coming in, if you give a Jamaica team a coach right now, I'd say get ready for the World Cup. Give me a reason why. Give me a player name that will let me not worry about Dujan, Richards, and Leon Bailey. Give me two names that will be the squad that will replace those two players. That will let me say I lose sleep over them not coming. And if you can't give me those two names, Benton, a coach have to sit down and contemplate, weighing up, is it worth it? What is the trade-off? If I don't take these two players, how far off does my talent base fall? If I take these two players, how risky is the chemistry in the locker room? That's what I'm for way up.
Yeah, but if as a coach coming in, you have to fundamentally look at building a group. Transferable parts, replaceable parts, next man up mentality. I think the Reggae Boys coaches in recent memory have been hitching their car to a few people and have put too many people on pedestal that is unwarranted, and some of that stuff come back to bite them, not them ass.
Yeah.
For lack of better word. If you build a team, you say, yo, brethren, I reward you know. Next man, baller, forward. Because you have built a collective front. And regardless of passa or behavior or arguments that has contributed to the absence of Phoenix players or whatever, they also could have been performing poorly.
Yes.
And so you're telling me, say you would still have a play, because if you hitch your wagon to them, then you're married to them. And I think Hal Grimson hitches wagon to a few players, and so he essentially have to keep playing them.
Yep.
So Jamaica and JFF, Rudolph Speed spoke about modern coach. That is utter rubbish. Because in this context of modern coach, he explained or didn't explain what does modern coach mean to us, the fans of this team. What you should be looking for is somebody who can say, look, we're not building two men, we're not building one man, we're not building 3-man team, we're building a team. 23-man roster we are playing with. Andre Blake now going with nothing. Baller, you're the captain. Walla seat. Junior Pringle in a goal. Because we need Junior Pringle to be able to do some work for it. We're tired of this foolishness where we have select certain man for go at tournaments for just one bench and a take vacation. And some of these players don't want to do that. Like Kevin Lambert go at this tournament as a midfielder, and Kevin Lambert didn't see a minute of ball game. Now Kevin Lambert probably said, brother, I could have turned on my yard and play my club football.
Yeah, but Damian Lowe play the midfield.
And Damian Lowe play midfield. Latibedia play midfield. Them man want to play club midfielder. So then, and okay, then you said to me like, look, I've called you in and me I see you in a training and them money outperform you. Okay, because that's the only scenario I can bet why he started those players over him. But then my question to him is, then brother, what you call me for then?
Yeah.
What
but that's
you
why
call me
BM
for?
said,
If I'm not what you requires to play a midfield, then don't call me. Go call some other midfielders.
right.
And that is the fundamental problem we have seen with too many of the Reggae Boys managers. They are building things that are focused on just a few individuals. And when those individuals either take with themselves or injured, then everything pop down. A team, yeah, Bill.
True. I agree.
And US men's national team is running into the similar situation right now with Greg Berhalter. He's building his wagon on Christian Pulisic and this group of players. But if you have built team, when Christian Pulisic now play no ball, you say, brother, come hold a seat.
But maybe that's a symptom of being around too long.
Yeah, it's a symptom, but it's
maybe that's the problem with Jamaica coaches. It always end that way at the end, where the coaches, when they see the end is near, they get more steadfast or they get more clingy to their preferred players. And we've seen that time and time again. Maybe they've just been around too long. BM says Hangers is a dummy. His poor decision and judgment came back to haunt him. And BM was one of the first. You, Benton, you, Sean, and BM were one of the first people, I can say, put yourself on record and questioned the dentist. I did. I was hitching my wagon, pun intended, to the World Cup qualifying Ham Grimson. But one thing we know, this Jamaica job is more than just coaching X's and O's. You have to have some form of personality for coach Jamaica. And we know JFF, not only ball chat, JFF listen to a lot of shows. That I'm sure there's nobody at JFF sitting down and listening to every second, but when we do cut-ups and snippets and put out there, they have their ears there listening. Remember we said a couple shows ago that Jamaica need a modern coach. This modern coach, it's so funny to me that they use the term modern coach. I joked around and said that weeks ago, that's what Jamaica need next. They need a young, innovative coach that come up with some bright ideas and somebody that's different, somebody that's not a retread. So I'm not going to say them thief my idea.
Yeah, but at least you, sorry to interject, but at least you articulate what your criteria for modern meant.
Right.
In fact, I need to pull up at the article because I don't remember Speed communicating what is this modern that he speaks of.
But you see, if I'm going to put on Speed glasses, I try to look at his comments through his eyes and try to be a Speed whisperer. I think the product on the field, so BM saying what you said to USA should gamble and go for a big name like Klopp. I think it's much made. I think it's already done. I think Klopp will be coaching America in the World Cup. But that's something else to be said. Even though the last German coach for America never really worked out.
Scammer, because he didn't have a license. All right, he wasn't a real coach.
All right.
But them ask him for coaching license, saying what left in a one draw in Germany. I think that was the story. Jurgen Klinsmann, yo, you see how people get work through name?
Yeah. But with speed, though, you see, when you look at when we sit down, we criticize Jamaica, and we're not rocket scientists. We're saying what we say, and we're not an agenda based show. So we are saying what some fraction or some parts of the fan base are saying. If we have the same outlook on football with that fan base, with that section of the fan base, we are going to regurgitate what they say or what they feel, right? And I think majority of Jamaican fans, we all love football. We all love European football, Brazilian football, South American football. We all love Messi. We grew up talking about Nachi Berry. We all like that style. But the national team is playing a different style. That is where the modern statement come from. And that's a slippery slope because you had the modern coaches. Lazzaroni was the modern coach, and he left very early. He saw the writing on the wall and take for himself. Bora Milutinovic was a modern coach in terms of playing style. We never stick it out to them, carry the team, go down a Middle East with 1 day rest and get their head beat off and take for himself. How many of these coaches are we going to get and don't give the accurate resources or time to build them system? No coach will come in tomorrow and change to a modern system. It won't happen. It takes time. It takes resources. It takes dedication. It takes stability. So if JFF are listening, it's not only a modern coach you need. You need modern infrastructure. You need a modern base to have a modern football team. Don't try to trick the system. Don't try to bend the corner. Do the right thing. Take the right steps. And we'll be successful. Right? That's for me.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm tired of, fun, simple. It's just simple things in a life. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. At the end of the day, if you hire a man to do a job or a woman to do a job, ultimately that person comes in and then try to make sure all staff members, all people involved in the operation and the function of this unit are contributing. Simple thing. You hire one manager for the reggae boys, same sort of scenario. Everyone's supposed to contribute to the role and the responsibility. And just like at any job, you go in for your mid-year assessment, you go into your end-of-year assessment, there are mid-goals, long goals, all the same metrics should be there with the coaches. I'm like, Bridget, how we are doing? And the players also have to be held accountable. You cannot just, like Brazilian coach, I name man because they play for a certain club. Are the Brazilian coach not even picking the five penalty? It's me I put up him finger. It's me I deal with. Now speaking of coaches that's miserable and dominant. BM asks what we thinking of Mourinho's at Jose Mourinho going to Fenerbahce. You know what? Jose Mourinho, excellent manager. But, brother, it looked like the thing will come to an end. Yeah. It looked like it's coming to an end. Jose Mourinho to be at Fenerbahce. Not to say that Fenerbahce is a bad club, but, brother, I just say you reach. True. And so many clubs needs managers. I just say that. But he's not a modern coach. So why? So he's not evolving with the time. No, he's not evolving. And when you look at Fenerbahce's situation, because I want to say
they only had one draw or two draws in the league, or one loss in the league. And if they had 99 points, are the team will win. Oh, Olympic
What, Galatasaray?
That's right. If Galatasaray finish with 102 points, Fenerbahce finish with like 101 or 100 points. It's something crazy like that. In that last year, that is what Jose Mourinho going in. So he's going there just to do one thing: top of Galatasaray. If you look up last year,
yeah, it's up. 102 points to 99.
Yeah, 99, and the one loss is to Galatasaray. That is what he's running into. Roma was hard to, because when you go to Roma, I have Inter, AC Milan, Juventus, Napoli already established, and you trying to upset Uppercut. It's hard. So even though he might be coming to the end, he's taking some very difficult jobs.
Well, I guess relative to the Roma job, Junior, this might be an easier one.
You're crazy.
Because Roma was not seriously competitive for the Scudetto.
But if Fenerbahce lose one game this season, or two games this season, you can possibly send the league over. They cannot afford to lose a game.
Yeah, we know they cannot afford, and him have to deal with the fans.
But we know how Jose is. Jose is Garrett. We guarantee Jose going to piss off the players about 1 point. Guarantee they're going to lose the focus one time. So that's a tricky situation. Plus, look at the climate there.
Yeah, it's a very Turkish fans in the rump.
Yeah.
Then the rump.
So Fenerbahce not only hired Mourinho for domestic success, but they also want to win a European trophy. All right, slow down. Let's start by winning a league first. Then you think about winning another trophy, a European trophy. Slow down, Fenerbahce fans. Slow down.
Yeah, but looking forward to the special. One thing, he says, I'll bring eyes to Turkish football. So that's also another role, Junior.
Nah, that's just ego talking.
He says, I'll bring eyes to Turkish football at Fenerbahce. That's what Jose Mourinho said.
That's ego. Nobody is going to.
Actually, I will.
Benta,
I will.
You will buy a subscription to Turkish Football League.
No, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm finding a Captain
Where's he
Morgan
going to watch
channel.
it? Where's he going to watch it?
I'm finding a Captain Morgan channel. No, but one thing is gonna be always hilarious. Jose Mourinho is gonna lose it at some point, and it's made for TV entertainment, as you said. So and it's nothing like watching that live. It's nothing like watching that live. Yeah. And Mourinho signed my big baller Cephas. Wait, Fenerbahce signed Cephas, or wait.
Nothing saying him want him to sign.
We want him to sign Cephas.
No chance.
Oh yeah, we want him to sign Cephas. Before we go home, Junior, I know you rate this youth, and we have to give you a chance to kind of highlight this transfer because we are a fan of this player. Michael Olise, Bayern Munich, baller, 5-year deal, 60 million euros, 50 million pounds. I think that's a little bit cheap.
Though, because I think it's about 30. If memory correctly.
I think that's a little bit cheap for that player.
Yeah, but you see that's England to Germany. It's not England to if it was England to England, they might dig out your eye. But England to Germany, worse with financial regulations coming on soon, they can't play around with that.
Okay. Looking forward to see the baller play. I mean,
hold on though. Plus, slow down on the RDN. Like talking about it cheap. After Crystal Palace, he hasn't really done much else to serve his 100 million baller, right? So
But
Bayern
what
Munich
I mean, what are the metrics to reach 100 million ball? Million
be
ball?
proven. For me, it's going to be a proven footballer.
And let's see the recent 100 million ballers that has been proven.
Look, check it out.
Enzo.
Oh, and if Chelsea could do it all over again, would Chelsea be 100 million?
Lukaku.
If Roma could do it all over again, or Chelsea could do it all over
No,
again.
but not about if me have $100 million
No, but that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So Bayern Munich is doing it right. That's what we
I
mean.
think it's a cheap transfer. I mean, maybe England is, maybe Crystal Palace is saying, and John Texter owns Crystal Palace. CM Emotional John Texter that owns Botafogo. Maybe they're saying that, look, we don't want him to go to an English club.
Yeah, but that is obvious. That's what I'm saying. If it was England to England, they would dig your eyes out. But England on anywhere else, easy transfer. Because I think the big stick up is the agent fees. That's why I said the real transfer is probably like 30 million, and I think like 15 million goes to agent fees or some crap like that. Yeah. So that's just how it is. Players leaving England going abroad is a lot cheaper than players coming to England, one, and worse, coming from a club in England to another club in England. They dig out your eye.
Yeah. Also expected to move, according to Fabrizio Romano, to Bayern Munich. Also, João Palhinha is also expected to move. Junior, I mean, seems like Vincent Kompany is getting a nice little squad ready.
Not taking no chances.
Getting a nice little squad ready before the season starts, family.
Yeah, he can't take any chances.
And the João Palhinha deal, I guess, hit a snag. There was some sort of hold up, so it's not over the line yet.
But they will get it done.
Do expect it to go through, right?
Yeah, they will get it done, yeah.
They said they're looking at £47 million. João Palhinha, a very good player. Really rate João Palhinha. Big baller. That family. Any other news you want to touch before we go my way? That was just a quick recap show, family, of Copa America, set up for Copa America semi-final games coming up, set up for Euro semi-final games coming up. Just a quick recap, and we're going to do a watch along Wednesday for Uruguay versus Colombia, and then we'll do a watch along for the final.
Yep.
Both finals. Yeah, man. So, BM, big up yourself, family. Yo, BM, get him jersey, you know. So we have to big up. Why you wear it proudly and make sure you tell the people about Ball Chat and say, yo, this is courtesy of your favorite football show.
I'm going to have some more jersey giveaways soon.
Well, you can't tell BM because BM already won for him jersey. He's not getting no more. So BM, you can't register on a new name and come join in the future contest. Yeah, that's me I deal with. But big up family, big up to all the listeners. We have been away with summer preview, summer schedule, so we've been away. Just watch along and interviews I get dropped right.
And you realize we're just about 5 weeks, 6 weeks. When it's Community Shield is mid-August.
Yeah, actually
August.
Chelsea players reported today too.
Yeah, Man U players reported today too.
Yeah, well, we're not Manchester United now. We don't really want.
Man U have a game this Monday. Next week, Monday.
Chelsea players reported to training today. So, you know,
and Benton, guess what? We are 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks away from Community Shield Saturday.
From what?
Community Shield.
Community Shield, yeah.
Manchester
Trevor
versus
Talbot does not look happy returning to the bug side. Big up Reese James. Reese James running in. How comes we never see Whisper walking in today?
I wonder where Whisper is. Yeah.
And Kunko move going in. Malagosta. We're showing Chelsea players walking in. Big season
By
for
the
them.
Cup went hard failure.
Big season. Romeo Lavia and the group. Yo, the brother him not have no bag. I just show up with him phone. But a big season for Chelsea. Of course, we'll do an EPL preview, and of course, we can't cut off the video until we see Raheem. We want to make sure that Raheem did turn up.
Wait, I thought that looking for transfer. Raheem not gone.
No, Raheem not gone, man. Raheem is still there, man. Let's see. We're not cutting off the video until we see Raheem Sterling. I'm there back road.
Probably there back road with Bailey right now.
Oh, there he is. Big up, Raheem. Big up. There he is. And of course, Andre Santos. See, all the next youth who could have played in Brazil. Brazil, come off. And of course, this day in history, Brazil,
all right.
And then also Argentina. This was the 1990 World Cup final, right? One of the worst final where in Argentina lost to Germany.
Klinsmann thief. No, it wasn't Klinsmann. It was Valla. Valla stole the penalty.
Luther Mateus.
Matthias stole the penalty.
Luther Mateus, yeah.
But in our fairness, though, remember this was when remember the World Cup before. That's when Argentina beat West Germany at the time.
Yes, yeah.
And the German team, the Germans, after that World Cup said, we're building a team to beat Argentina. And actually,
so in 1990, it was West Germany. It was not Germany yet. It was West Germany still. They defeated Argentina. I guess
But that 86 team, when they lost to Argentina, they said they're going to build a team, and so said, so done.
Boy, the kids nowadays will never know them things, eh?
Nope.
Andres Bremer with the penalty in the 85th minute. But truth be told, in that final in 1990, Diego Armando Maradona entered that final with a bad ankle. I mean, in fact, probably enough cocaine in probably the pot during that game. Yeah, because he injured his, and there was a lot of curiosity whether he was gonna be able to play in that game, but. Argentina. So on this day, West Germany defeated Argentina.
And they got the red card early. That red card, if remember that, 65th minute red card.
Yeah. Gustavo
that played a part in the game too.
Pick up that red card. Yeah, man.
I remember, that Argentina team, Pompidou broke his leg first game against Cameroon. And that's when the legend of Guy Cachia was born.
Yeah.
Great Guy Cachia.
But so this was when Cameroon defeated them, right? In the 19.
I think they beat them. Was it a 1-1 draw? It was 1-0.
Let me try more matches 1990 World Cup.
I think, but I'm pretty sure Pompidou broke his leg.
Because it was the opening game, right?
Opening game, yeah. And then that's when the legend of Guy Cachia.
Cameroon defeated them 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0. I remember I was in class. I was like we were watching the game. That goal by Mr. Oman Bayeke. Boy, this was a
header, right?
Eh?
Was a header off a corner, right?
Yes. We have a clip right about so. Yep. The Indomitable Lions made their presence felt, and of course.
And not to cut you, but Roger Miller.
Yes.
Old at the time.
Yes.
I think Roger Miller was 40 at that World Cup.
He was old, but
I think
he was
Roger
outstanding.
Miller was outstanding. But I'm pretty sure Roger Miller was fairly old at the time. I want to say he was 40 at the time.
38.
38,
Yeah,
close to
38. Well, yep, 38 years old. Me in 1952. Yep. Roger Miller, man. What
everybody remember Roger Miller celebration when he run to the corner
the
flag.
corner flag. Yep. And the dancing. Kind of almost look like, I think Ronaldinho later on did some samba thing, but I mean Roger Miller.
Walter Boyd did that too.
Yeah.
That was Walter Boyd celebration thing. We dance right at the corner flag, see way.
Yeah, man, Roger Miller, man. That 1990 World Cup. Something, you know what? One day we need to do a show and go down memory lane on a World Cup. This is probably a segment we go through a World Cup and teach the children about back in the day of football.
Yeah, because that World Cup, Argentina versus Brazil, Carica.
Yeah, man.
Somehow Argentina beat Brazil when Cokehead Lego Canija.
It's not Cokehead Junior. It's Diego Armando Maradona.
Yo, I mean, Diego ball on one. I remember, when I'm a Brazil fan, but love Maradona in them days. So it never mattered to me who win the game then. And when Maradona let you Canija, remember go outside that day. I've been bridging them a play a ball and we try to reenact the goal over. That pass, people, when you get a chance, check out that pass. That wasn't locked.
Let me see if I can play it right as well. Let me see if we can play it.
Look up Argentina goal versus Brazil 1990 World. That's all you have to do.
FIFA boy, I'm probably going to block with.
No, man, just go to YouTube. It's up on YouTube.
All right.
That goal, when the man pick up the ball at midfield, and you can tell every Brazilian wanted to kill him. And the man Lego Canija. Oh my God, man.
Now, Junior, this is a story that I don't know if a lot of fans, young fans, know the story. So Diego Maradona never won a Copa America, and it's fitting that we are talking about Copa America.
Yeah.
Right? And Diego Maradona is convinced that them drug him in a Brazil in a Copa America tournament. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you ever hear that story?
I hear that story, but everybody at the time when they said, "Boy, if I one man were easy for drug, I married that."
That pass was something else. Something else. I mean, no, the story Diego Maradona put it is that, and I think I had a conversation with my sons about this recently, because you notice how players they share, like, you know, a player get injured now, and the medical team comes on the field and the opponent will grab a water bottle from the kit and just start drinking. So Diego Maradona claimed that he did this in the Copa America, and the water that he got was contaminated or drugged water. The Brazilian them set this water directly for him, and he was drugged in the game in the Copa America. This is why he didn't. I don't remember what interview I saw this.
But this is the same Maradona that famously partaked in some activities in the locker room before.
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
right?
I mean, Diego is Diego, but
his timing might be off a little bit.
Yeah, man. But let's see if this one is a little.
Canija run was something else too,
Yeah.
That run by Canija was something else.
But Junior, wait a minute though. But look at this tackle right here to clean him up in our midfield. You remember who this tackle him right as well?
Oh, Dunga.
Look. I think I do. I'm gonna look on the tackle here. God, the man trying to clean him out, And he just
and
kept on going.
Yeah. And the man leave them for dead, you know.
Yeah, man.
And then another 4 come round him again and leave the 4 of them for dead.
When you take cocaine and I go play ball, is a different thing. It's a different thing.
You know, the Kaiser
Yes.
himself, Franz Beckenbauer,
But Franz Beckenbauer, yeah.
broke his collarbone in a game. And them just tape it up and say, you're going to go play with another boy substitute.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, that's serious. You know what, Junior, one day we're going to do a show where we are going to just pick out a few of them games here and show them all highlights and just go and take in them games here. And just go down memory lane. This is going to be an old school watch along. An old school recap. Just bring back the game. Like the 1986 World Cup final. Ended 3-2.
Yeah.
And it was a serious, like Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. And I think West Germany was the favorite going in that football game.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, Argentina win this ball game. One brother named Brown score. Who him? Who him? Who him? So we have football family. We have to go do a old school watch along. We are the new school watch along. We're watching games live, but one day we have to just say, yo, maybe next summer we take a game or clips of all games and say, yo, we're going to talk to the audience about this and what it meant at the time we watched this football game. Yeah, all right. You spoke about Pompidou earlier. A lot of us growing up as kids, you know, we say, yo, we are Pompidou.
Yep.
Pompidou, brother. And of course, Pompidou was the famous Argentinian goalkeeper.
Hey, if you think Maradona did up cocaine, you want to see Pompidou at his best.
And yeah, man, Pompidou, nah, man. Yeah, and it was just a different, and maybe it's our age. It was just a different ball game back then. Different ball game. Now you brush against a man, his argument and his card, and you know, and the man a beg for yellow card for man. I mean, I say, nah, man.
But look at it this way. Don't forget you. I BM said, guess who was coaching that Brazil team?
Pizza Man.
Yeah.
Pizza Man.
But look at the difference in football. When Leonardo almost killed Tom Ramos in a 94 World Cup, we as a Brazil fan did not say, yo, get the man a fake, man. Yo, the man broke him down.
You know,
I will look at the replay where I say, yo, but Tom Ramos drug him shirt first. I say, yo, that to the football, into the football, Leonardo get banned for about 5 years. We do something like that.
Yeah, man. And also, no, but it was just like as back then I'm a child and my family, everybody has said Brazil. And I just know the emotions that I saw in my household around my uncles and everybody, even my grandmother, I said Brazil. And I say, okay, Brazil lose? Yo, it coming like, no dinner never cooked the day, brother. The vibes, everything the dead. Everything the dead.
Was it 82 or 80? Because no, 82, that was, the 82 was Paolo Rossi year.
Yeah, 82 was Paolo Rossi year, because Italy 82 was Paolo Rossi year. Let me see if I can pull up.
Yeah, so France beat Brazil in 86.
With Tigana.
Yeah, with Tigana, yeah.
With Jean Tigana.
And I think they burned down Zico house that year. I think they burned down Zico house. Yeah, the 1986 quarterfinal, Zico come off the bench to miss a crucial penalty in normal time before France eventually triumphed the penalties. Yeah, and I think Zico house to get burned down. It was a Zico house. Yeah, that's a famous story.
Yo, this thing never Because I distinctly remember that 86, the missing of the penalty, and we say, yo, Zico that. Zico.
Yeah.
And I remember like, yo, the despair in, you know, the players just, it wasn't the same. 1986, Brazil versus France.
By Tigana. Backside.
Jean Tigana, yeah man, 4-3 on penalties. And Platini scored for France. Caraca scored in the because Brazil scored in the 17th minute, and we thought, yep, Brazil run away with it. And
There was a famous father tell me, because this is before my time, father said, boy, there's a famous commentator when a man, it's not Zico Brazil, I believe Pele Brazil, and Brazil score. I let the commentator say, sit tight. The game is still in my hand. And the analyst said, no chance. I said, no, you're talking about, yo, it's just a one goal. I said, no chance. Game done. I said, oh, the ball game done. Well, I said, my father. It's a famous, I'm saying, yo, when you hear it up on the radio, you just say, yo, it's done. You know, I feel like 82 Brazil.
yeah, man, I have to try to remember, all right, because the 86, Socrates missed his penalty in the penalty shootout. So we have the penalty shootout here with France winning this game 4-3. And Julio Cesar missed Brazil at the end. Julio Cesar and Branco missed for Brazil in 86. Platini was the only one that missed for France in that shootout.
Yeah.
But Platini scored his penalty in regular time. Yeah, we have to do one watch along. One just recap some of these down memory lane games there, because them games are normal, and you saw like players who left it all on the field back then for little or nothing, because the money I make now are just not normal, you know, not normal, you know. So all the kids who talk about goat or donkey or whatever, go back and watch some of these old games. Yep. Yeah, man, I eat that family. So we are gonna line up a thing and figure out how best to do it. I would have loved to watch one old retro game and get some highlights and just do an assessment.
Watch our old Jamaica game too.
I watch an old Jamaica. Game. This is true. We have to pull out one Shell Cup game then.
If I could find that boy.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, because I remember one time Trinidad and Jamaica played, like Trinidad big side.
94, that. No, 93, 92, I think.
Trinidad big side. Yeah, Russell Latapi, Leon St. Louis,
Dwight York,
and one next one.
But the goalkeeper though.
Was Islap, Shaka Islap, Nego?
No, but this is before Shaka Islap. They have a goalkeeper, man.
Marvin Astin?
I know Marvin Astin. They have a name was similar to Islap. So remember it.
Trinidad versus Jamaica, 1990. And this was Shell Cup.
Yeah. And T-God score, and the goal of T-God score, him kick it under the goalkeeper.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah.
It right from point blank range, and him roll it under him.
All right.
And rain did fall the day, because I'm in that stadium.
All right, see me pull it up here. All right. I got through it right so. And
I try to remember the keeper name, man.
Wait. Martinique defeated Jamaica in that
yeah,
final
early.
game. Remember, Martinique defeated Jamaica in the final. So this was a semi. So Jamaica defeated Trinidad 3-0 in semifinals in '93.
I know that.
Another game. The Davis, Austin, Anglin, and Reed score.
Remember one where T got score and roll the ball under him in the moment.
No, we have to go through. We have to go through some. Jamaica qualified as the host, and Trinidad and Tobago qualified as the winner of the '92 Caribbean Cup.
Right.
So,
maybe I that year then.
see for the year there. 1992 Caribbean Cup. Trinidad defeated Jamaica 3-1. Louis, Latapi, and Marcel score. Graham score for Jamaica. Jim Dandy Graham this.
That's all like it.
Yeah, man. Michael Jim Dandy Graham. Yeah, but you can't even find starting 11 for them at teams, them at game at junior.
Nope.
Nope. You have to go hopefully somebody have it in a newspaper somewhere. But yeah, we have to go do some investigations and find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the golden name by next time.
Yeah, man. We figure it out. But I remember that game was a rotted game, Jamaica versus Trinidad and Tobago. Big ball game.
Yep.
Big ball game. So, yo, so I hit that, Hit that. Caribbean, talk about Caribbean Cup. Euro semifinal tomorrow. Spain versus France tomorrow at 3 p.m. Copa America semifinal tomorrow night. Argentina versus Argentina versus Canada. Uruguay versus Colombia on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then the Euro semifinal on Wednesday. Dirty England versus Netherlands. Or England versus Netherlands out of respect.
We will be there.
Football family, connect with us on Instagram. We went to watch along Wednesday night for the Uruguay versus Colombia game and recap the European Championship semifinals. Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on X at Ball Chat 1. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. Email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. We're on TikTok at ballchat_podcast. Yo, 1994 or 1990, Sebastião Lazzaroni used to coach Brazil, the pizza man. Wow. Junior, Ghana road,